Hi everyone, and welcome back to a little drawing session with me, and today this is literally draw with me time. First time doing this, so I'm hoping I'm going to keep things at a nice gentle pace, and it's just to share a few little ways that you can build a drawing. These aren't definitive, it's your drawing, you do it the way you want to do. But I just wanted to take this opportunity to show you some of the ways that you can construct a character or an image. So it's going to be multiple little areas, and I'm going to be just using today some cheap paper because it doesn't matter what we're using for this. Practice is go on anything, be on newspaper. In fact, I recommend drawing onto newspaper and brown paper bags. You get some really good effects on that. And just to do this sketching, I'm going to be using a Faber-Castell polychromo. This is Prussian blue. I'm hoping it should show up on the camera. So off we go. So the first thing I'm going to draw today, and see if you guys can follow along too, is just a very basic little dragon head. Really simple, quite basic, and I think you guys will know how to do it. So without further ado, let's crack on. So first step, pick where you want to draw on your paper, and very lightly, you'll see I'm holding the pencil up quite high up on the bit. Ooh, my thumb says hi. And just want to lightly do a little oval on the paper. So just touch it. There we go, one oval. Sorry about the noise in the background, curtains are being pulled around the house. And then on that oval, I want to just do another little half oval over the oval. So that's a round oval followed by a kind of semi-oval over the top. And then below, I want a U shape. Once again, nice and light with your pencil. So that's an oval, a kind of ovally shape, and a U shape. Now that is your eye and the fenestra area around the eye, eye socket basically. Then just above the top part of this little top bit of the eye ridge, do a nice straight line, and you can take it out as far as you want, and it just needs to go down at a slight angle. So that's the oval, the ovally shape, the U, and then up to the top of the eye ridge, or the ovally shape, and a straight line down. Now we're going to go at the bottom where you've decided to put your bottom bevel line. You want to make a little sharp angle, and then you want to make roughly the same sort of angle in the opposite. So if you imagine a square or a cube, kind of if you were drawing a cube, kind of that angle. Okay, so that's first oval, ovally shape, U, line, angle downwards in one way, and angle downwards in another way. Then from here, your bottom point, you want to just do a very, how can I describe this? It's not a straight line, but it's not a curve. So it's just a very light curved line. You want to aim straight, but imagine if you kind of gone wrong. So if it was a straight line, that'd be fine. But if you can curve it just slightly, that's a big help. Okay. So next we need to come up to the top part of your line and come down a little bit in a straight line, and then you want to bring this line back to your eye. Okay, and then above it, roughly in the same place, you want to go in a little bit and go up, straight line, and then bring a line down, just running kind of nearly parallel with the other line have a straight line, but you want to bring that just into the main line. And that's going to be the area where your horns are going to come from. So far we've got the eye socket, the top of the skull, the nose part, down to the jaw, the lower jaw, and the horn area. Now next, you want to go, let's see, it's about halfway, and you just want to bring a little line down, and then slight curve, C-shape, and join it up with that other line. So it's almost like having a kind of circle just underneath the eye. That's not quite looking much dragony. So you need to give a nostril, so you need to come over to the end part of the nose and put a little nose in there. And you can put a little mark around that. Now for the mouth, on this point bit, you want to go slightly lower and you want to do a little curve, just a tiny, almost like a little happy smile. And at the highest point of that, you don't want to go too high, literally just a kind of swish. You want to do another one, but you want to extend it all the way over here, like so. At this point, you're going to go the opposite direction and make a triangle. And the easiest way to do this bit is where your eye lines up. You want to, in a sense, have your V there. So you will do your curve, and you want it in line with the V. So just in line with the eye. That's a bit of a hard bit to explain this. So with the mouth, you give it a little curve, then a big curve, then you upside down it, and where the eye is, you just do a little V, and at the top of this V, you come back out over here. And then you want to do another curve, back to the horn. And this part is, I believe, called the jugal, and it's one of the widest parts of the skull if you're looking on it face on. Have a look at T-Rex skulls and reptile skulls and you'll see that piece. So this time I'm going to go over it in slightly more detail. So round for the eye, then we've got the eye ridge. We've got the top of the skull, straight line. We've got the jaw, comes over here, and then the lower jaw, which comes around here, and then you've got the area for the brain case, which is between the two horns bits, and then you've got the horns out here. So that is a really basic way of doing a quick skull. To add more detail in, you can add in a fenestra or windows of the skull, and you would have a small one here because these make the skull lighter, and you would have one round the nares or nose. You'd also have a small point down on the bottom of the jaw, which is where the muscles of the jaw would be attached. And this basic shape gives you a chance to do all sorts. You can add wavy horns, you can add straight horns, you can add extra spikes all over the place. You can add a unicorn horn to the front. You can add big sharp pointy teeth. So that's kind of what I would call a basic outline in which you can manipulate. So next little drawing, same principle again, this is something completely different. So starting again with just a basic oval. Now this time and do another oval-ish above it, a little circly oval, and one to the side, another one to the side, and another one down here. Then you want to join all these up with a half circle. Okay, so that's an oval in the middle, one to the side, one to the top, one to the side, one to the bottom, a half circle, a half circle, half circle, and a half circle. Next, from the centre, you want to just do a very small line coming out of each of these shapes, like so. And there you have it, one flower. That's a nice simple flower to do. So that's literally just quick circle-like shapes, and the thing is with that you can change it, because if you get the centre the same and you do a long shape, so stretched out, and you do your top, your bottom, your side, and your side. Now, like a clock face, you can add 2 in here, 2 there, 2 there, and 2 there. Add in your little dashes. And there's another flower head. So what you're doing is you're taking the basic oval and you're stretching it and manipulating it into what you want it to be. So next, I'll show you how to do another little dragon skull using different technique. Draw a square, and now a stretched out oval on top, then come down to a triangle kind of angle, so we're trying to replicate this angle here, come down again, and then go straight back to the square. So that's a square, a stretched oval, come down a little bit, straighten it off, and straight back to the square. From this square, draw another little square on top, and just do half a kind of square behind. Then, at these points, you can add in an oval for an eye, a spot for a nose, and for the mouth, let's see, just a nice simple line. Put a triangle in the bottom, and that is another basic dragonish head. Now to make this a bit more complex, you can add in your little horns, you can round off the nose and put some facial detail in there, and this curve on the bottom of the square you can round off, and then if you just put a little mark there, that just shows where the cheekbone is. So once again, a really nice simple design. So that's it for this one, and hopefully I'll be back soon with some more little quick how-tos, and I'll see what I can get you guys creating. So until next time, please enjoy, pick up a pencil, get creative, and happy drawing.